Begin our practice by coming into a comfortable seated position, any position where the spine can be straight. And this will be a practice of observing the mind. And this is based on the practice of insight meditation from the Buddhist tradition, where our job is to observe. Most of the time when we have a thought, our thought starts to race down a track. So the thought leads to another thought, which leads to a response, which leads to an emotion, which leads to a reaction. And we find ourselves in a state so far removed from the original impulse of the thought that we're not quite sure how we got there. And this often wraps us up in worry, anxiety, stress, and things that are all products of the mind and patterns that we can undo. For this practice, we sit comfortably and begin by becoming aware of the physical body. Notice any sensations that are pulling your attention in the body. If there is pain or tension or discomfort. And if you need to adjust your seat to find a little bit more comfort, then allow yourself the freedom to do that. And eventually bring your attention to the mind. We do this by using the faculty of witness consciousness, or the faculty of mindfulness, where we can observe the contents of the mind, the movements of the mind, the impulses of thought, and the neural pathways that lead us from one thought to the next, to the next, to the next. And the next time a thought comes up in your mind, which it will, sit back from that thought and just watch it. Step back from the ownership, the possession, the story of that thought, that it means anything in particular, that it has to lead to an action or a reaction. And just observe it. And as that thought starts to fade, notice the next thought as it comes up. Notice if there is any judgment, frustration, emotional response to this thought, or to the wave of thoughts that's happened. And come back again to the witness, the faculty of mindfulness, which allows you to observe. And thoughts will continue to come. Accept this. Allow this to be okay. This is the way you have programmed your mind as a human. And we're not reprogramming the mind. We're not telling it what to do. We're simply observing, sitting back and watching thoughts without attachment, without any particular goal, except to return to the witness again and again. Continue to let go of the stories that unfold, the dramas hidden inside of each thought. And whether it's a few seconds or a few minutes that the thought springs into life, when you notice that, just come back. And a smile can be helpful in relaxing whatever discomfort or frustration or judgment comes up in this practice. Give yourself permission to accept whatever happens and return again and again to the witness. And gently let go of the practice. You can take a deep breath in and out. Return again to the presence of your physical body. And pause for a moment to become aware of the effects of this practice. Just noticing any shift that has occurred within your body, within your mind. Notice the emotions that exist. Notice the quality and quantity of thoughts. And it's very possible that the mind could be full of even more distractions, even more thoughts, or that the mind could be more spacious and clear, or that there's been no shift whatsoever during this practice. All of these are options. Let yourself rest in this state of observation without judgment. Noticing what really exists for you in this moment. And conclude by offering a thought of gratitude to yourself for taking the time to practice today. And setting an intention to bring this into your daily life, specifically in watching the thoughts unfold, in detaching from the story or the meaning that they hold. And witnessing throughout your day, whenever you return to the knowledge of this practice, the experience of this practice, the witness consciousness, and this faculty of mindfulness, which is always available. Namaste. Thank you for listening. This is Grace Bryant. And for more meditation recordings and mindfulness teachings, visit BeWholeBeHappy.com.